Hi, I'm Matthew Paris, and I started suffering from psychosis when I was 15 years old. For the first 2 years I dealt with it by myself, and after those 2 years, when things got too difficult for me, I sought help. The symptoms of my psychosis are mainly hallucinations. I see things and I hear things. Psychosis is a condition which is defined as a detachment from reality. So that is what I experience on a day-to-day basis.
My name is Malcolm Portelli, and when I was younger, about 14 years old, I suffered from anorexia. It lasted for about 5 years, give or take, and I didn't realize myself when it first happened. It was pointed out to me. Thankfully, the support of my family and friends managed to get me to realize what was going on, and I was able to accept that it was happening.
My name is Carl Grech. I'm from Victim Support, Malta. Mental health issues, unfortunately, can penetrate in all spheres of our lives, be it our relationships, be it work, be it opportunities for further growth, if left unsupported. So what I mean by unsupported is finding the right professionals who can help, and also understanding that, listen, it can be managed in some way or another, because some people tend to feel like I have this condition and my life is finished. The reality is that it's not. The reality is that there are people who can help, and it can get managed in a way which is different for everybody. We can't, even if you get someone who has the same diagnosis and you get them in the same room, they experience it very differently.
I dealt with it for 2 years by myself, and they were possibly the worst 2 years of my life.
People ask whether mental health can be tackled by the individual on their own. I would say the initial stages someone would try, and then at some point they would come to realize that they might need help.
When I sought help, when I needed support, I found very good support locally. My psychiatrist and my psychologist are both Maltese, and they have helped me tremendously throughout my journey. Without them, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Speak about it. Don't hold in your feelings. If you feel that something is wrong, talk to somebody you trust and seek help, and they will help you seek help. There's a lot of things you can do nowadays, a lot of places you can go, people you can speak to, professionals, but the first step is to talk about it. There's no shame.
Seeking help is difficult, but it's worth it.
It's important to seek help. There are people out there who will understand you. So there are services, your family, your friends, school counselors, wherever you are, there is going to be somebody who will understand you and who will support you. So do speak out about what you're experiencing.
Back then there wasn't much support for somebody going through eating disorders and mental health in general. Luckily I had the support of my family and friends, and things have gotten a lot better nowadays for support of not just eating disorders but mental health as a general condition. And things are getting better. What's
important to note is that when you're working with trained professionals, it's confidential. So what confidentiality means is we do not talk about what goes on in the session outside of that session. So everything is kept between the professional and the client, and ultimately there are results when the work is being done.
Regarding mental health awareness in Malta, I think that we've come a long way, but I think we have a long way to go still. There are things being done, there are campaigns in place for this mental health awareness to improve. However, I still think that mental health awareness in Malta is a bit lacking. Specifically for eating disorders, there's a lot more support that I can see nowadays compared to when I was younger. And even mental health in general, it's less of a stigma than it was before. People are talking about it more openly, but we can do more, in my opinion.